Hi there. I'm back with you. How are you? This is the third in my series called Jumpstart, Creating Your Life One Day at a Time. And that's it. It's like just one step at a time. If you have never thought about a morning routine, you just kind of have done things in the morning, then this gives you an opportunity to think about what you do. You might decide, oh, I like the way I've been doing it and I don't really need anything else. This is just a menu. This is just an idea of the various opportunities, the various possibilities. So today I'm going to really zone in on exercising. Now, some people exercise later in the day, not just when they wake up. Some people wake up, they put their gym clothes on and they rush to the gym, or they do whatever exercises they do from home. I happen to have a rower and I will row. I don't know, that's always the very first thing that I do. Sometimes the very first thing that people do is they'll drink water. And water is so good, especially if you add electrolytes to the water. And you can have so much more of a benefit from the water. But it flushes your system out, and it's refreshing, of course. But we need to replenish our bodies, because when we wake up from a sleep, we can be pretty much dehydrated. So water is absolutely essential. And then some people have lemon water, which adds to vitamin C and has a whole lot of other benefits. Now, I'll be adding to the video that you're going to see, the attachments will have videos on lemon water, the benefits of lemon water, and also the benefits of exercise. So exercising, there's so many ways to exercise. So yes, I have a rower here, and it's obviously not with water, and I use that. But you can also be dancing. You can also take a walk in your area. Maybe you have a park nearby. Maybe, especially now that many of us are going into a warmer season, or even in the winter, you just put on a lot of clothing and go out and just enjoy the weather, enjoy the air. It's just a blessing to be alive and to be able to move. So let's just say that you are having some issues with your balance, or you have some issues where standing or even lying down on a mat, which I cannot do, by the way, it's just you just can't do it. There are so many exercises that can be done in a chair. So I'm not going to go over the actual doing exercises, but talking about the benefits of exercising. So exercising opens up so much of what goes on in your brain. So dopamine and serotonin, these are these pleasure and energizing chemicals that get released when you move your body. So even if you're just, I shouldn't say just, even when you're dancing, put some music on that you really enjoy. It doesn't matter if it's slow or fast. Of course, it would be good if you can get your heart racing just a little bit. But you can do so many different kinds of things. So there's Pilates, there's yoga. By the way, everything I'm mentioning, you can look up on YouTube. It's just amazing what is available and available for free. There's also silver sneakers that have available wonderful exercises. You can always look up AARP, which is devoted to people who are over 55. And so you can see lots of different ideas there. So this whole series is about raising raising your vibrations and bringing more, I would say, becoming a magnet for positive things to happen for you. So exercises, it's actually almost everything I'm going to be talking about for the rest of this 7-episode series. Everything is going to be lowering the inflammation in your body, and also lowering the free radicals as well, because when you are feeling better, when you lower your the inflammation in your body, when you lower that, you become healthier, because it's the inflammation in your body and also the free radicals that are always going kind of crazy in everybody's body. This is what ages us. This is what gives us various diseases. So if we can tamp that down, that's really a very good thing. Now, I'm going to add something else along with exercise. And I'm going to come back to exercising in a moment, but I wanted to make sure that I don't forget to mention that when you're taking a shower or when you're taking a bath, whatever is your preference, this may sound kind of radical, and for some it might be, maybe for many. If you have that water be as cold as possible, you actually help with that inflammation of your body. We all have it, but the cold water lowers your temperature and lowers the inflammation in your body. So I don't know if you know these names, but people like Tony Robbins and Brendan Burchard, they actually put themselves in a situation where the water is so cold. Brendan Burchard puts himself in a bathtub of ice, actually, and sits there for a while. I do not do that, but I do the cold water for my showers. So I just want you to keep that in mind. I don't do it for the whole shower. I can't tolerate that. But I do it for the last few minutes. I try to make it 5 minutes. I don't think I ever actually do it. But believe it or not, it feels refreshing. So if you've never tried that, I would suggest give it a try. It won't kill you. You won't die from being too cold, hypothermia, but it will be an interesting experience for you. And just know that it's good for you. It might be actually an incentive that it's something positive for you. The other thing about the morning you might consider is hold off on eating a regular meal. Now, some people love breakfast. They wake up, that's the first thing they do, bacon and eggs or whatever you might prefer. But it's proven that it's actually healthier if you really wait to break your fast, because that's what breakfast is. It's breaking the fast that's been overnight. So if you've eaten at 8 o'clock or 7 or 8 the night before, then you might want to wait until 11 or 12, even wait till you have lunch before you have your first actual meal. That's just something that's, could be whatever your preference might be. But the most important thing about this whole series is to think about what would be good for you. Okay? Not what other people are doing. And maybe you can just try this out. That's why I call this a challenge. The challenge is you look at a video and then you maybe do something the next day. That's why I'm putting them out every other day. Now, some of you are going to be watching this, it's public, so some of you are going to be watching these videos and they're back to back. And that's great, too. But I just want you to know, my idea has been that you try something out the next day and see what works for you. And then, you know, you save some things, you decide what to do. Getting back to actual exercising. So there's so many benefits to exercising. If you're having difficulty, for example, with your balance, I've just mentioned that before. You're having trouble with your balance. So you can go online and you can look up exercise for balance. And there's a whole host of suggestions. And you can really, if you can work it and actually stay with it, because consistency is so important. And later on in the series, I am going to talk about focusing and being deliberate about things. Focusing, what flow is, I'll explain that later. But you want to definitely stay consistent. So if you're trying, let's say you're having trouble with your balance, and sometimes I do too. And I should also pause for a moment that before you do any exercise or anything that you think is too you're exerting too much energy or anything that might hurt. You don't want to hurt yourself in any kind of way. You might want to talk to your doctor or doctors and make sure that the kind of exercise you're doing is going to be beneficial to you. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. I would not want that to happen to you. And so just be careful. You need to take your own counsel in this. So having said that, getting back to whatever your issues might be, you know, I once had like a trick shoulder, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's happening with my shoulder? And I took this it wasn't even a course. I just found a video that helped me specifically for my shoulder. I think that I used something that was where your shoulder feels like it's freezing up. And I did that for maybe 5 days in a row. Gone. and actually, I had mentioned it to my doctor before I went on to see what was available for an exercise. And my doctor was going to put me on medication, and we were going to do some kind of invasive things. It was not necessary. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So you can go online for specific things. You got a problem with your neck. It feels stiff. See what's available. Your legs hurt. Your knee hurts. You're having trouble walking. Look it up. It's amazing what's available. It's amazing. And if you are having any difficulty, I should add, with using YouTube in any way, if you need any help in that about area or the attachment to this video, you have a way of reaching me. And I will say that See the Light Coaching at gmail.com is a way to reach me. And put Jumpstart 2023 in the subject line, and I would definitely get in touch with you, and we can have a dialogue, and also talk to you about other things that I'm working on. especially the thing I'm doing in June. I really would like to help you with that. So, I want to say something more about the various kinds of exercises. So, there's Pilates, which you can do actually. I've done some Pilates exercises just lying down on a mattress or lying down on a couch. Like I said before, I'm not good on a mat on the floor because then I can't get up. That's my problem. And it's kind of a Pilates and yoga kind of thing together. And it's stretching. I'm not really exerting all that much. So my heart's not racing. I'm not sweating. I'm just stretching my legs and my arms and my body. It feels so refreshing. So that's something too, to just stretch your body. You can find exercises where you're moving your body to music. That's also kind of a nice thing to do. So keep in mind that everything that you decide to do, make sure it's something that feels easy for you with a slight edge. What do I mean by that? Don't make what you do too easy, because you want to be stretching yourself, because that actually is the point of the morning routine. It isn't just to do a couple of things and go, oh, well, I did that. It's to design a morning for yourself that enlightens you, that creates excitement and energy. Because actually, that's what we want. That's what I want for you. I want you to see your life as an adventure, not just a one day at a time drudgery and with a little excitement here and there. The excitement, the energy, and by the way, we all are just energy fields. It comes from within us. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, well, I don't feel like doing any exercises today, well, you're cheating yourself. Not that you have to exercise, I'm not saying that. But if you consider that it might be beneficial, do it. And do it consistently. And if you do it, some people think 21 days, some people think 66 days. I would say do the exercise for 66 days. Do anything, everything that I mentioned in these 7 episodes. You might come up with some new things. Whatever you do, it doesn't have to be exactly the same thing every day, but the consistency every day to do something for yourself, something that energizes your body, something that energizes your brain, which is what we're going to be talking about, other aspects of our morning. Keep in mind you want to be consistent. Maybe one of the things that you're missing from not working, if you're retired, is the consistency of going to work every day, meeting the same people every day, having a prescribed work experience. I'm actually just suggesting that you design a program for yourself that's for you and in some ways predictable. So give it a try. Make YouTube your friend, and look at the videos that I've sent you. They will inform you, and please feel free to comment, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. See you at the next episode, episode 4.